NXT in your house is over, but did Joe Gacy get inside Bron Breaker's head? In your house, in your head, we will find out. But we kicked off the show with two factions going to war. It's the Mexicans against the Italians. It is Tony D's family. I believe they don't have a name. It's just Tony D's. Tony D's crew at the moment. The Mafia. The family. It's all about the family. As Don would say in... what do you call that shit? Fucking movie series. Fast and Furious. Aye, that's the one against Legado del Fantasma. So, yep, 6-man tag match. Pretty good match. Bodies flying over the place. The ending, I thought, was really good. You've got Electro Lopez slide the brass knocks to Santos Escobar. You have Tony D with a crowbar. Tony D gets hit by one of the... I think it was by Quinn. Quinn then goes to hit Tony D with the crowbar, but Stacks puts himself in the way and Stacks gets cracked with the crowbar. Then Tony D boots what's his name? Santos Escobar on the head. Escobar flies out the ring. Tony D then picks up the brass knocks. He cracks Joaquin Wilde in the face with the knocks, and then Stacks... 2 times. I don't know who's who here. Honestly, I don't know which one's which. But Stacks is like against the apron, like knocked out against the apron, and 2 times gets up on the apron, just pushes him over, and he falls onto Wilde, and he gets the free count. So I mean, there you go. It's a win for Tony D. Tony D didn't even pick up the fix. He wasn't even involved in the pinfall. Neither was Santos Escobar. But I think it was 2 Stacks or 2 Dimes or Stacks and Dimes or Dimes and Dax, whatever the fuck these guys are called. Tony D's side picked up the win, and now Legado del Fastama will have to team up. They'll have to join forces with Tony D going forward, and I'm pretty sure this will get some interesting and fun wee segments. But up next we had the women's tag team, and by the way, that was a clusterfuck trying to remember what happened in that first match, purely just because I don't really know the names outside of Tony D and Santos Escobar, so apologies for that. But then we had the women's NXT Tag Team Championships, and it was a pretty comfortable win for Toxic Attraction. I thought they would win, and they did win. They retain their belts, and they move on. First title defense of the night, still champions, Gigi Dolan and GACY Jane. We then had Pretty Deadly, Elton Prince and Kit Wilson. They were like combing their hair, brushing their hair in a mirror, saying that they're better than the Creed Brothers, and that after they win the night, the Creed Brothers will be out of Diamond Mine. But before that, it's North American Championships time. Carmelo Hayes against Cameron Grimes, and I mean, Carmelo Hayes comes out, looks $1 million, looks like a star. Then you've got Cameron Grimes comes out, and he just looks like a guy that belongs in the Indies. Looks like someone who's Ring of Honor for life. And thankfully, Carmelo Hayes won. Didn't think he would, but he did. Cameron Grimes' time as the North American Champion is over. I mean, Carmelo Hayes looks more like a champ anyway, if we're being completely honest. So, it was a decent match. There was an insane like DDT spot off the top rope, and this onto the edge of the ring apron, which was pretty cool. And it was a big win for Carmelo Hayes, and I believe he now has to defend against Sokala. I believe Sokala's the number 1 contender, so yeah, that should be good. Then we have Wendy Chu. She's in her bed. It's time to get up. Wake up, little baby, because you have to take on the Queen of NXT. You have to take on Mandy Rose. She brought a slingshot out from behind, and this was weird. She fires the slingshot at Mandy Rose, and then I shit you not, Wade Barrett, or whatever he's called, and is he still called Wade Barrett in NXT? Or did they change his name? I cannot remember. But he turned around to Vic Joseph, and he says, referring to what Wendy Chu did to Mandy Rose, he says, "Have you ever had a ball sack slapped in your face?" What the fuck? Oh, I mean, mate, I don't know. Wade Barrett probably got carried away. Maybe he wants to slap his ball sack in Mandy Rose's face, and he just completely got carried away with the moment. But no, Wade Barrett, son, what were you doing here? He legit asked Joseph that, "Have you ever had a ball sack slapped in your face?" And Vic Joseph didn't really give us an answer. Mandy Rose retained, though. She's still the NXT Women's Champion, and I mean, that has to be considered the correct decision because she's Mandy Rose. Come on, hottest champion we've ever had. So, got to keep the belt on her. Then we had the men's NXT Tag Team Championships on the line, and I can't believe this, but Pretty Deadly actually lost to the Creed Brothers. Didn't think this would happen. Creed Brothers, though, are the new champions now. They get to remain in Diamond Mine. And Vic Joseph was like, oh, what a night for them. They get to remain in Diamond Mine. I'm pretty sure they're more excited about winning the belts than, getting to remain in a shitty faction. And the finish of this match was weird. One of the Creed Brothers hit like a 450 splash. Like a standing, it was like a weird fucking reverse 450 splash, whatever, shooting star press like maneuver. And then then the guy sits up and he has a clothesline. I mean, why do a big aerial move off the top rope and then just do a clothesline after it? It looked dumb. Looked stupid. I mean, surely the finish should have been the shooting star press, but for some reason, it wasn't. But regardless, we've got new champions. Didn't expect that, but it happened. And then it was main event time. Joe Gacy came out, and I much preferred Joe Gacy when he was doing the woke stuff rather than this rip-off Bray Wyatt stuff, but it was a decent match. He kept trying to get Bron Breakker to get disqualified. Bron Breakker, in the end, had a chair. He didn't get disqualified. He ends up hitting one of the droids, and then Joe Gacy goes for the reverse springboard elbow or whatever, and out of nowhere, Breakker crashes into him with a spear and almost decapitated him, almost cut his body in half. Breakker gets the win. Breakker retains, and this was good. You'd Gacy table spots. I mean, good match, good main event. Overall, the show was decent. Not great, but it was decent. I'd give it a 4 out of 10. It was a bit boring, but it was okay. There was nothing that was overly bad. But I'll give it a 4 out of 10, guys. That's my rating. Let me know what you think down below. I'll catch you in the next one. But until then, this has been Fog Wrestling. We got NXT in your house review. Peace.